Namaste everyone, my name is Kuldeep and I have been teaching students math for past 7 to 8 years, and in this video I don't believe in beating around the bush. In this video I will come clearly to those points which can help you improve your math skills. Generally, I do my videos in Hindi, which is national language of my country, India. But this video, I'm doing it in English. So anyone in the world who comes across this video gets help from this. So I would like to mention 5 points here. They can be more or less, but these points will help you in improving your math skills. Number one is that your efforts should be honest efforts. Honest efforts, sincere efforts. There are students who say they want to improve their math skill, but they are not willing to put their 100%. They are not willing to put the efforts it requires. They are not willing to put the time it requires. So if you have found this video and plethora of videos on internet and YouTube, I'm sure, I'm confident that you really want to improve your math skills. The number two is when you start solving a problem, there are a few things that are really helpful. Number one is the clarity of the concept and your memory. So you have to be very clear about the concepts that you're having. And number two, and in that point only, you must be very well versed with all the formulas you require. So in clearing the concept thing, you should have a good teacher like me. If you don't have it, you can, you can ask me for online tuitions. I'll help you. And for the memory part, for the memorizing part, for the learning part, you have to see which kind of learner you are. Either you are a visual learner, audio learner, kinetic learner, and according to you, if you can just memorize it, just read it, and you can remember it, you do it. Otherwise, write it down. Otherwise, write and read simultaneously. Whatever it is, but you have to have a clear concepts and you have to learn all the formulas or formulae as it is said in English. Second is that you have to have the very fine quality of logical thinking. See, when we solve math problems, there are from one step to another step, there are thousand steps, and out of that, we have to select one step. Now, selecting that one step is very important. If you don't select a proper step, your entire problem will get jumbled up and you will not come to any conclusion. This is why this math is a subject which psychologists are taught, which the detectives are taught, which software developers are taught, because it teaches you the thing of logical thinking. How do you get it? You get it by the only thing, practice. Practice makes a man perfect. Perfect practice makes the perfection stable. So that is the only thing that you can do is practice, practice. Apart from practicing, you can try solving problems of the reasoning problems, the aptitude problems. Those will also help you, but I don't think that apart from practice anything is there. How do you practice it? You practice it consistently. You practice half an hour every day. After 2 weeks, increase it to 45 minutes. After 2 weeks, increase it to 1 hour. This is how you do. Being consistent is important. It is not how much you do, it is for how long and how regularly you do it. You have to be very consistent with it. And one day, I am telling you, as a math student, I have faced problems in my life, but being consistent, being hardworking, being honest has performed wonders for me. If it can perform wonders for me, it will perform wonders for you. The third thing is the presence of mind. Many students, they are good at concepts, they are good at logical thinking, but they are sometimes the brain is fast and the steps are slow, or the brain is slow and steps are fast. So they end up doing mistake, one positive, negative here, and the entire empire of problems you have built up just collapses. Don't do it. Have a presence of mind, have awareness of whatever you're doing. Be How can you improve being having good presence of mind is you can feel everything around you. See, there are senses. Even when we are walking, you have to see what your eyes are seeing, what your ears are hearing, what your heart is feeling, what your nose is smelling. Being completely aware, being completely conscious of what is happening around you, and this will also enhance the quality of life you're living in. You will see that your life is suddenly uplifted. This is how you can also try meditation, but many of teenagers I don't think are so interested towards meditation, but you can do this. So feeling everything, being aware constantly throughout life, not only in math problems. You have to make it a habit, not just in math problem you're self-aware. To be self-aware every time, you'll have to be have presence of mind each and every time, and this will help you in anything in life, anything and everything. It will just improve the life you're living. You will see the life is so wonderful with so many things around. And the last thing is the love for math. I know many students who struggle with maths. It's such a boring subject. Believe me, no subject is more interesting than maths. And if you're not into it, if you really find it boring, you have to trick your brain. So one of my psychology students once said me, even if you're bad at something, but you say to yourself, I love it, you will be good at it. And if you're good at something, you say, I'm bad at it, or I hate it, you will become bad at it. As a student, when I struggled with maths, I used to constantly sit and say to myself, no, I am good at math, I love maths, I will do it in a good way, I will top the class. And in this way you can trick your brain. Okay. This All these things which I am telling you, it has performed wonders for me. It has performed wonders for so many of my students. From C grade they have come to A plus grades. This is not just my experience of 7 years. The teachers who have taught me, their experience of 30 to 40 years plus my experience. You will not find this content anywhere on internet or on YouTube, because this is something what I have experienced and felt throughout my teaching career. And I stand by what I've said, I've told you. And if you honestly follow what I've told you, and see, these steps are quite subjective steps. One thing might work for someone, something might work for someone else. So you have to find how you can increase your memory, how you can increase your presence of mind, because all of us are on different levels. But these are the things that you need to work on. I hope this video is helpful for everyone. Thank you very much.